welcome back to my channel. Here I am again with another video where I would like to show you our shelf work. One thing I do have to say before I show you is that we are starting to do this whole shelf work thing this week. We've only been doing for 3 days. I am inspired by JDA ebook that she has online. I'm going to link that in the description below, but I'm sure a lot of you know her. She unfortunately doesn't make videos anymore. And then I'm also inspired by this book that was lended to me. It's called Teaching Montessori in the Home. And let me show you, it has the activities as well as the age appropriate for that, and then the materials that you need, and if you can make them at home. They have the instructions, the demonstration of the activity, as well as the purpose. So it's got a lot of activities, and I'm trying to get inspired with those, and as well as many of your videos that I watch all the time. So with that said, another thing is that we don't only do shelf work, we also have a workbox system, so we combine them both. But today I'm just going to show you our shelf work. Our daughter is 5 years old, so just so you have an idea of the age for the activities that I'm doing with her. We are gonna have 2 more shelves because I think that's arriving either today or tomorrow from Target. These are shoe racks that I use from Target. There's 2 of them, one on top of another one, and then I'm gonna get another one, so it's gonna be 2 more shelves. On top, I have these activities. This is what we did yesterday. Some of the things are remaining for today, like the 2 math ones, and maybe this one. And then this one, I'm just gonna change what's in the bag and stuff like that. But some other ones, I'm taking it out today. This is from the book that we're using for social studies. This is called Clearly Social Studies, grade 1. And we're working on timelines right now. So this is a timeline of her. We already did one of a baby to a young adult, and we did another one from a garden, another one about a neighborhood, and this is about her. So we did this worksheet where she had to cut out and paste the sentences in order and then draw something about the sentence. And that's what she drew. And then with these little animals and this ribbon here, I pulled this ribbon on the floor. And then I took these pins out, these little clothespins, and I marked, I pinned them on the ribbon, but I can't do that with one hand, especially not my left one. And I put some marks, something like that. And then I told her to show me a timeline with their animals. So she'll put this one here, then the young adult maybe here, and then the baby over here. And I said, what happened in this times? And she said, this is when the adult's gonna be older, and then when the baby learned how to walk before he was a young adult. So I love that she did that, but I still told her that a timeline doesn't mean from the beginning and the end. It just of the person or whatever is shown. I told her that it's the beginning of and the end of the timeline of a specific time, but not necessarily the whole time. So it's something that she's working on. And then we did that with the zebra as well. And also I told her things and then show pictures of her when she was little and the things that she's been accomplishing, and made it into a timeline. So that's what we did for social studies. And then we have a practical life activity here. Pretty basically just roll this out and roll it back in. I'm surprised because the whole purpose of this activity for my daughter was working on her patience, not exactly doing this rolling thing, because she knows how to roll this thing. Actually, she will do this and that's it, and then she'll do the same thing to roll it back in, just like that. But I want her to do it like, like patient style, like very slowly and with patience, and also to follow instructions, because I told her to do it that way and she would choose to do it fast, but I say do it slowly. So she had to work on that for 2 days, and today I think it's gonna be the third day that we do that, because she's just not very patient, so that's helping her with that. Then we have this little art project for the week. I thought we were gonna do it in a day, but this thing takes forever to dry, so we're gonna finish it today. It's the third day. It's a little birdhouse. We bought this at the dollar stores, but I didn't give it to her in a bag. I just put it in this little wooden tray. All these little pieces were in there, ensemble, and this is how it came with the instructions. And it's already dry, so today we're going to finish it and then paint it and then hang it somewhere in the house so people can see it, like her artwork. Then this little tray is for counting, corresponding, I think it's called in English. I will show her a quantity in this side of the tray, and then she has to find the quantity's number for that. So she'll count and then look for the number and give it to me like that. She could have just, peek on the other side, but I told her not to, and she's very honest with that. So that's what we did for math, and we did like 10 times or something. And the numbers are from 1 to 20. So yeah, she knows how to count to 100 and more, but I'm working on her knowing the quantities of each number, not just knowing how to count. And this is an activity that's very similar, just the opposite. So this little tray, magnetic numbers, and then I use the same cards because those cards have the numbers, how you say it, repeated twice from 1 to 10. So I use the 1 to 10 here, but instead of using the number side, I use the word and the quantity. So I told her to try to read the word first, so that's a little bit of reading as well. And most of the numbers she read, and then she still count them, and then look for the number and put it here. So that's what we did for math. And I just cut this little piece of paper and laminated it with packing tape and put it here. So this is an organized tray. It's not like numbers everywhere, things like that. This is just the only reason for that. And then she did sorting, sorting is like a game for her. But she doesn't know that I'm teaching her something. Like in this case, sorting, before I would have done sorting by color. So she could sort these little erasers by color, like that. But this time I told her to sort things by if they're the same things. It doesn't necessarily mean they're the same colors or shapes or sizes, but they're the same thing. They have the same purpose. So she sorted by purpose right now. And then I'm going to introduce later on sorting by textures and weight and things like that. And we use this little tongue because she loves it. She loves how to work with this thing. And especially because it works with, helps her with her fine motor skills, of course. Then we have this little look and spell activity that I made for her. And it's in this little baking sheet for the magnetic letters. I picked the exact letters that she needs to name all these animals. I told her not to try to read anything, especially because it doesn't say just lion. It says African lion, so she wouldn't even want to try to read it. I just said, look at the pictures, and she's very honest about that. She won't pick or try to cheat or anything. Or at least for now. I hope she doesn't try to do that later on. And then she'll pick the letters or the sounds. Actually, I tell her what are the sounds that you need to make that word. And she'll tell me, ooh, I, lion. She'll have trouble with some of them. I try to pick numbers. Animals names that weren't too hard. But the cards that I have, most of them are really proper names. So those are the easiest one that I found. There needs a little bit of science as well in this box, in this tray. This is a mystery bag activity that I did for her. We put everything on her mat. She has a little mat there, and then we roll it out. She sits on that corner and I sit next to her. And then I put this activity like this. And then we have a little chalkboard. and I pick or chalk to use. And then in the bag there's some stuff, so I told her it's a mixture bag and she'll have to put her hand in, pick something and hold it in the bag, don't take it out, and then start to feel it. And she'll say, this is something hard, it makes sound, it's cold, it's heavy, it's smooth. And then I will ask her, how does it feel? Does it feel rough? Does it feel smooth? Does it feel light? Does it feel what? And then if she could give her a guess and say it's a spoon, then she'll take it out and it's a spoon, so she'll put it here. And then I'll ask her, what sound does the spoon start with? And then she'll say S. So she'll look for that sound in uppercase bowl and then in the lowercase bowl here. And then I will tell her, can you spell it for me? And if not, I would spell it for her. So I wrote spoon, and then I will sound it out, spoon. And that's what we did for this mystery bag activity. She loved it, and we're looking forward to doing it again. Maybe I'll do it today again with different objects. Oh, and I put like 5 different objects in there. I put a red bean, a pom-pom, a little ant figure, and then a rock. Okay, then it's this science tray, and this is with animals as well. So we're doing a lot of animals this week. I made this little mats. I just used cardstock and some decorative papers that they come with these designs already. So I just cut them out. I just colored the top and put the little rooster thing. And I cut out all the pieces and make them look into a little farm. So yes, and then I use a laminating pouch for this. I didn't use packing tape. So that's a farm. This is the ocean or the beach. You have sky as well. And then I made the jungle. But I'm also going to do one for the desert. I'm not doing zoo animals because we don't like zoos. We just don't prefer not to look at the animals in a cage. So that's just a personal thinking or belief. So we did this mat, and then I have all these little animals. They're not from the Safari LTD tubes. Instead, I bought these ones. They're called Wild Republic Itsy Bitsy. And this is the aquatic animals, this little jar. And they come in these little jars. And in these little jars came all the aquatic ones. And I have a lot more. They're like right here. And they're $4.99. They're not $15. So I bought them from there. And they're very nice. They're very, very nice. So she'll pick them and tell me in which habitat they live. So that's what we're working on, the animal's habitat. And she'll pick them and put them where they belong. The cat, the farm. Some of the animals were new to her, you know, like this one. And then she'll do all that. And then we had a lot of fun doing this because we also used, let me show you this book. Right here I have, hold on, let me pull it out. Should have done it before. This, The World of Animals. And this has awesome pictures, and they're different sections are like mammals, amphibians, and stuff like that. And if you want to look for a specific animal, you just go on the back and it tells you the name in alphabetic order, and then you look for that, and that's it. So we had this book out when we did this activity, and she really liked it. And then I have this just for fun. She can build something with it and work her patience. This is a Tetris set. Tetris, and then it says Jenga. And I bought it at the thrift store. So she has to build something with it. She can use her building skills with this and do her little something like a tower or something. And they fall pretty easily, so she has to work patience with this. And these two activities are something else that we did on Monday. I pulled them out yesterday because we were already done with it. I just wanted to show them to you anyways. This is an idea from Confessions of a Homeschooler. But I didn't use her printable. Instead, I used an old math workbook, and I just cut out the quantities that I needed. I glued them on a cardstock and laminated them with packing tape. So this is what I did. You know the drill. You have to pin with the clothespins the correct number for the quantity. Like I said, we're working on quantities, and I made it all 1 to 20. And then this little fun activity, but at the same time, it's a little bit of teaching in there involved. And I just organized it like this, and she had to pick the letters and match them. But instead of matching the uppercase with the uppercase, you have to match the lowercase with the uppercase, and so on. Then do the numbers, shapes. You have to do this little pattern, and then pick the animals and put them in the correct color. Of course, it's the same color, but then she can learn how to read the name of the color as well as in the shapes. It's the same idea. I don't know if you can see that. So we did that the other day on Monday. That's it for my shelf work for this couple of days. I hope that you get some ideas from this video, as I do get ideas from all of your videos too. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.